What's good, Crush? Shout out my guy Crush, but just sliding through. Skin the Heart Away 7T. Back with another EP. And today we here for a good time. Not a long time. But I'm here, with uh some good old information, you know what I mean? We rolling out for Devin Haney versus George Kambosos week. Scooter Fulton versus Roman week. You know what I mean? And we got Donaire versus Monster today. But this news is coming from the weekend. Uh This news is coming from the weekend fight with Devin Haney and George Kambosos. You know, when we have the fights on Saturday, there's always the aftermath, through the week. This Saturday, I noticed, I don't know if a lot of people noticed, but I noticed Bob Arum had said something. He said it real swiftly, you know what I mean? He threw it in there. He ain't harp on it too long, but he said something real swiftly that I want to hit on today. Bob Arum said that he wasn't really into the rematch with George Kambosos after the Devin Haney fight. He said he wasn't really that into the rematch, and he much rather Devin Haney fight Lomachenko, you know what I mean, instead of George Kambosos. Now he said that on the night of the fight. Not many people, heard it, paid attention to it or whatnot, but Bob Arum came back again today, or it could have been last night, this morning, one of the two. You know what I mean? He came back today, and Bob Arum doubled down on it. He said he's not interested in George Kambosos' rematch. Now, I don't know legally if he'll be able to get around it. Maybe he could pay him, step aside money or whatnot, since Kambosos' manager, Lou DiBella, he's in a partnership with Top Rank and Bob Arum. So maybe they work it out. Maybe they work something out up in there to where George Kambosos, doesn't have to face, the rematch and the rematch clause. George Kambosos didn't seem too sure that he even wanted a rematch. You know what I mean? After the fight, if you asking me, they asked him how he felt about a rematch. And initially he was like, yeah, we gonna go into an immediate rematch. And then a little later he was like, well, I don't know. We gonna see if everything play out or everything like that. Now I know he had signed up for an immediate rematch. I understand that he signed up for an immediate rematch, but if him and his manager decide that they want to do other things, they'll be allowed to do other things. I know that Bob Arum most definitely feels like that he wants to do other things because this is the second time that he came out and said, I'd much rather have Devin Haney fight Lomachenko. You know what I mean? Now, Devin Haney, Bob Arum stated, once before, earlier, Bob Arum stated when this contract was done that he would want Devin Haney to fight Lomachenko. You know what I mean? But when I first heard, Lomachenko is still at war and all that good shit. So when I first heard it, he's gonna fight Kambosos twice, and then maybe Lomachenko in a third fight. It's looking like because the first fight, went the way it looked, it's almost looking like people just want to do away, with the second fight altogether, because it wasn't that competitive. Many people were expecting a closer fight. I know at least the people in my circle. When I believe my circle, I don't mean like the people next to me, but like the people within my reach. I've been hearing a lot of people say George Kambosos, that this fight with George Kambosos isn't going to be as easy, as we think. And it turned out being a little easier than I think most people think. You know what I mean? Which is why it's real quiet around here. All those Devin Haney naysayers and agitators. You ain't seen them around much. Since the fight. And understandably so. Devin Haney made that fight look rather easy. I, for one, personally, I for one personally really not interested in seeing that fight again, especially when it went the way it looked. Devin Haney, completely dominated this fight. You know what I mean? And no surprise to me. You know what I mean? No surprise to me. He completely dominated this fight, but he did it in such a way where hold on, man. Hope that's not the. Hope I didn't just do that. He did it in such a way where not many people. Okay, he did it in such a way where not many people want to see. Want to see that second fight again. Like as soon as the fight ended, I had people. I had people on my sudden on the sudden T telling me it's no need for a rematch. You know what I mean? Because Kambosos got swept, and it really is true. Like really no reason for a rematch because Kambosos didn't even make it halfway into it. What's good, Bruce Goes? Glad you sliding through this John Bruce gas. Glad you can make it. Y'all do your boy a favor, hit that like button when you roll on in. I'm in here, dropping this news. Bob Arum said that he's more open to making Devin Haney versus Lomachenko next than he really is to George Kambosos, versus Devin Haney, being that it wasn't as competitive as many people thought it would be. Most definitely. I knew that Devin Haney would make it look easy. You know what I mean? Make it look like an old school Devin Haney fight. Boring kind of fight where he controlled the guy with his jab. I said that in my prediction. But Devin Haney made it look even more easy. Devin Haney made it look even more easy than I had intended. You know what I mean? He made it look even more easy than I thought. You know what I mean? It really was vintage Devin Haney performance. And I said all that to say this. Because of that vintage Devin Haney performance, Bob Arum is feeling like there's really no need for them to see it again. Bob Arum doubled down, and he said he would much rather see what's good, Devin Blocker. Appreciate you. What's good, Devin Blocker? He said he would much rather see, Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. Now, again, like I stated, yes, Kambosos is due for an automated rematch clause, but Kambosos' manager, is in the business relationship with Bob Arum. So if Bob Arum sees, that the fight, if the fight didn't do well enough, or he sees that, it just wasn't competitive enough, I'm sure Bob Arum and Lou DiBella, who is George Kambosos' manager, can come together and figure out, figure out something. Like I mentioned earlier, maybe a step aside fee. You know what I mean? Maybe a step aside fee, or something like that. And George Kambosos after the fight really didn't seem too confident in the rematch either. When they first asked him, he said yeah, but then later on he said, well, if it makes sense, I got to see what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? But it looks like Bob Arum has it pretty much set in his mind. It seems like Bob Arum has it pretty much set in his mind that he wants, Lomachenko to fight Devin Haney. And if that is, the case, that's a much better fight than, Lomachenko. I mean, that's a much better fight than Kambosos and Devin Haney, which ended up being, a snoozer, pretty boring because Kambosos didn't hold up his side of the deal. You know what I mean? But y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all hit that like button when y'all roll on in. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So it's important, y'all, that y'all hit that like button when you roll on in. I got a problem with y'all, not hitting your boy like button. I really don't, appreciate that. If y'all ain't checked out the last Southern T, make sure y'all go check out that last Southern T as well. You know what I mean? But I'm excited though. This it's the second time that Bob Arum said something, about Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. The night of, he said something, and he came back this morning, and he said something again about Devin Haney and Lomachenko. Now, I hope that George Kambosos is a good little boy, and he steps aside and he let the grown men handle their business. By grown men, I mean Lomachenko and Devin Haney, because we clearly just seen that you can't box. We clearly just seen that you can't box in the same room, with Devin Haney. So maybe Lomachenko can. You were giving Lomachenko all this credit and love beforehand. So you just keep getting him that credit and love. You cheer for him from the side, and you hope that he does, a better job than you, George Kambosos, because not just me, but the masses, 90% of the people don't want to see you fight Devin Haney again, because you could barely even hit that man the last time. Ain't nobody trying. And for you to talk as much as you talked, for you to fool as many people, you ain't fooled me, but I know you fooled a bunch of people with that fight. You know what I mean? You had them thinking that you were really in the class of one Devin Haney. I ain't gonna lie, for a split second, I started to believe were in the class with Devin Haney up until that fight started, and I saw like the 2 or 3 rounds. I said, man, Devin Haney is really about to make this shit look like a walk in the park piece of cake. You know what I mean? Yeah, shout out my guy Devin Blocker. Y'all hit that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Y'all hit that like button for your boy. I got 7 likes, and I didn't had 30 people come through here already. Y'all got to do your boy better than that, man. Y'all got to do your boy better than that. Even though I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Can y'all please get your boy right? Let YouTube know that y'all mess with your boy. Let YouTube know that I'm dropping y'all these good comments. Man, we go come up with the live stream later, but for right now, jab that like button, please. Get your boy right, man. Get your boy right. Help your boy out. It's free. I ain't asking for no cash apps, no super chats this morning. Just hit the like button. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. It's free, y'all. It's free. Thank you. But yeah, Bob Arum said he's looking to make Lomachenko versus Devin Haney, and not he's looking to make Lomachenko versus Devin Haney, and not Kambosos versus Devin Haney next. Now again, they are under contract. You know what I mean. So there will be some things that have to take place first. If Lomachenko is going to fight Devin Haney next, I would guess maybe a step aside fee thing. You know what I mean? Maybe Bob Arum and Lou DeBellum work out, or something else, being that they are business partners at this point. Lou DeBellum is with Probellum, but he also has a distribution deal, with ESPN, Top Rank, and Bob Arum. He has a distribution deal with Bob Arum and ESPN on Top Rank. You know what I mean? So that situation will be easily, figure outable as far as that situation with the step aside and the TO. I mean, in the Kambosos and the Devin Haney thing. But that's all I got. Again, I told you I was here for a good time, not a long time on this video. Y'all smash that like button. If you're in here right now, you ain't smashed the like button, please smash that like button when you see this. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Greatly appreciate everybody that came through this jump. Let me go through and say what's up to the people that came in this jump. You know what I mean? Shout out my guy Yoda Wise. Appreciate you sliding through this jump, Yoda Wise. Shout out my guy Bruce Gas. Appreciate you sliding through this jump, Bruce Gas. And my guy Devin Blocker. Appreciate you sliding through this jump, Devin Blocker. But that's all I got on this Southern T. Bob Arum said he's looking to make Devin Haney and Lomachenko. So, that's something for us to be on the lookout for. But that's all I got. Skin and heart over Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But this the present. That's how we rock. And I'm out. Love.